Hello YouTubers and welcome to Mud Max Metal Detecting. Right, today we've got two hunts. One from a few weeks ago, which was a lovely sunny day, not a cloud in the sky and no wind whatsoever. And then second, a completely different hunt, but a very, very interesting one as well. So let's get stuck in. Well, I just switched over to the hot program because this area is absolutely infested with iron and I needed the faster reactivity. And straight away, almost immediately, it's rewarded me with a little tiny, what looks like a little navel button. So very happy with that. And yeah, let's have a close-up. Okay, there it is. You can clearly see the anchor, loads of detail on that. I'm not going to do any more cleaning. I don't want to risk ruining the patina. I'll just wait until I get home, finish that off. But really pleased with that. Tiny little navel button. Fantastic. Well, it's been pretty tough so far, but Damon has got an ornate button. How ornate is your button?
Very.
Very? Oh, we better have a close-up then. Ah, yes. A star design button with full erect shankage on the back. So, very nice. We've had a tough day so far. Two buttons, one navel, one star design, one button each. We've actually just moved fields, so we'll see how we get on. Thimble! Oh, hey! Haven't had one of those for a while. In fact, I don't have many of them. It looks like corrosion at the top. Can you see? Pretty sure there's iron content at the top, although the signal was predominant. Well, it was very good, to be honest. I had no hint of iron in it, really. So maybe it was just the way it was laying. I don't know. I don't think it's a particularly old one, but it's a squashed complete thimble. And seeing as I don't have many, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, I think this is a seal. Pretty sure this is a seal. It's got Bedford written on it. It looks like a squashed over piece of lead. That would be my guess. It might not be. It might be a piece of a longer piece, but it just looks like it's been clamped together somehow. I would say that's a seal's go, a fairly modernish lead seal. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. Well, Damon's finally done it. He's had a tough old day, but he's got a coin.
George the VI.
George the VI. Ship's halfpenny. That's 3 ships in 2 visits to the fields for you. You're becoming a bit of a shipmeister.
1950.
You did hear me correctly, shipmeister.
yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done. 1950. Oh, well done, mate. By George, it's George. Oh, look at the detail on that. That's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Catch it right in the sunlight, and suddenly it just comes to life. Where's the ship? Yeah, look at that. 1950. Okay, so it's only 69 years of age, if I've done my maths right. Never was very good at maths. Yep, 69 years of age. But it's a find. It's history of the farm and the land all the same. And we never say no to a bit of that. Good afternoon, George. Thanks for joining the party. Okay, so on to the second hunt. And this was the other Saturday. It was really windy. And this was a massive arable field. Now we parked the car at one end and we walked right across it, and boy, it was quiet. In fact, that brass blank plate was the only thing that we got out on the entire walk. Never been on this field before, didn't know what to expect. So we stopped for a drink, and then we noticed a little feature to the left. It was just sitting there in the middle of the field. Didn't look like very much, but after what we'd had going across the field, we thought we'd go and sniff around it and see what happened. And this is what happened. Oh my goodness gracious me. Damon has just handed me that. That is the most beautifully detailed Victoria farthing. The old girl on the wheelchair, Britannia. Old girl on the wheelchair, as one or two people say. It's 1865. That side's a bit more schmoozed, but look at that. Look at the bust. Oh, Vicky, good afternoon, and thanks for coming. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at the detail on the hair. That's one of the nicest Vicky coppers coming out of the ground that I've seen. Damon, exceptionally well done, sir. that alone, in my opinion, is worth coming out for an afternoon's digging for. That's just gorgeous. Woohoo! It's starting to dry out, but it's a jeton, a full round jeton. It's got a little bit of wear, but you can clearly make out it's a rose orb jeton. And yeah, I seem to find quite a few jetons. They seem to like me. Farthings seem to like Damon, and jetons seem to like me. Oh, very pleased with that. Fantastic. Okay, well, I managed to be a little bit off of this one. It's actually a bit left of the main hole, not quite as deep as I thought. Made a bit of a mess of it. Not sure why, but I'll eat my hat if this is not a big copper. Oh, it's not. Oh, but my word, I thought that was a big copper, the edge of that. No, that is something nicer. Oh, that's a live dig. Oh, that's got to be one of the best live digs I've ever done. Oh my life, look at that. It is stunning. That is some kind of early buckle, probably Georgian, but look at the shape on it. That is stunning. That's the best buckle I've found in ages. I just saw the rim. It was a big old copper rim, and I thought, yeah, I've got myself a nice big coin here. But you saw that. It's an absolutely gorgeous buckle. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me show Damon, and then I'll get it on close up. Well, I think we're going to be in this area for a while because stuff is really coming up. I'm going to show you the area and why we moved to it in a moment. But Damon's just had that, and we don't know what it is. It's flat on that side. There's no sign of a shank, but I can only think it must have been a little button. Maybe not. Maybe it was something else. Who knows? But bits and bobs are coming up, and we are having fun. Okay, so the first walk over the field was fairly quiet, mundane, and not much come up. And then we looked over after we'd stopped for a moment, and we saw this mound, and we wondered what it was. And we've come over, and it's some kind of watering hole. And this is where the finds are coming up. It's slap bang in the middle of nowhere, but I think this meant something a long time ago. There's a lot of stonework here. I think there might have been another building, but I certainly think livestock, things like that. But even though there's nothing here now and all that remains is a watering hole and some stone, I think that this is the link, this is the clue that a long time ago something went on here. And I think that's why we're starting to get jetons and buckles and bits and bobs. So it always pays to look for funny little features like this in fields, because they might look nondescript now, but they can often be a clue to things that were going on before. And I'm convinced that that's the case. Very, very quiet walk over, and then suddenly all around this, things start popping out the ground, and it's turning into a good day. Damon's just asked me if I want to see something pretty.
I don't mean me.
I was going to say, it's a bit vain, mate. He said he doesn't mean it. Oh, yes. That is probably a furniture fitting, and the hole in the middle is where the piece would have either come through, where the little pulley to open the drawer, or it might have just been where it was nailed on if it was decorative. But yeah, pretty. They're a bygone era, really. You don't see much furniture with that much artwork on it these days, and even though it is a furniture fitting, it's historic because they don't make them like that anymore, you know. Yeah, I've got a couple of those. One for the, yeah, it is one for the fines box, absolutely. What on earth is that? Is that a human face or is that a pug dog? I think it's supposed to be a human face. That has got to be one of the most beautiful, ornate, and I'm guessing furniture fittings I've ever seen. And Damon just found that on the surface. How cool is that? If you're going to find a furniture fitting, that's the one you want. Well, our tactic at the moment is that Damon works the area really hard and I'm fanning out a little bit. And that's kind of the way we're working. And Damon is shouting into the air again. And he's had another find. What have you got this time? What have you got this time? That looks quite modernish. But it's milled. What do you reckon?
It's not. It's got a Britannia on it. So it's got a...
Oh yeah, okay, so it's definitely got some age. It's another coin. This area's full of stuff. Let's have a clean and then let's get it on close up, mate. Okay, we're struggling with this one a little bit. It's definitely a Victoria. There's Britannia and there's Victoria, but it's slightly bigger than a farthing, and it doesn't say farthing. I can read Victoria there, but we're not sure. It's probably an easy one. It's probably just out here at the moment. We're just struggling with the identification, but the old Spinks coin book will come in handy, and one way or another we'll find out what it is. Well, it's last knock-ins at the end of a long day, and down there, down in that hole, I just got a lovely signal in the 80s, and I've had something that I haven't had for a long time, and that is a lovely way to finish the day. I am absolutely over the moon. I love crotal bells, and that is bell number 4 for me. Let's have a quick close-up, shall we? Okay, can you see there? She appears to have a crack in her side. Got a bit of a dent. It's a bit of a funny shape. I think it's taken a wallop, but it's managed to stay in one piece. So yeah, I think something's whacked it at some point. You can see there it's still retained the bottom. It's got some nice detail. This is going to clean up lovely. Yeah, it's got a bust there, look, breakage. Something's knocked it, but it is still complete, and it may still go ding-a-ling. And that, of course, is what we're hoping. Oh, I'm absolutely made up with that. That is a blooming good way to finish a day. Nice old crotal bell. Hey! I hope you're impressed with my ding-a-ling. Now, that ding-a-ling, or crotal bell, was the only thing that didn't come up around that feature. That was just a lucky hit, literally 80 yards back towards the car. The walk across, super quiet, just that. Absolutely nothing but the odd button on the way back. And as I say, the bell right near the end. So that feature really saved our day. So my advice to you is, if you've got a feature in a field, even if it doesn't look much now, it might be a clue to something that was going on a long time ago. I honestly believe it's always worth sniffing around these features just to see what pops up. Saved our bacon on that day, and we'll definitely be going back there for another hunt as soon as we can. Okay, until the next time, folks, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll see you soon.